Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover here. Today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2019. Time is 3:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New Jersey. Today the weather's been kind of mild today, a little overcast. Lower 60s. I think it's starting to get down to around 58, 59 now. I'm down here at Cheesequake State Park, down by the lake. I got the marsh behind me over there. No mosquitoes, thank goodness. So we got a propaganda. I don't know what kind of story you want to call it, but it's been put out by the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. They've been beating the drum about this on their Facebook page, and here it is right here. And basically what it is the other day, a lady was convicted of texting while driving and lost control of her car. There was a guy jogging across the street. There was a car in front of her who stopped to allow this guy to get across the street, and she wasn't paying attention, and she hit the brakes too late, slammed into that car, and that car slammed into the guy and subsequently killed him. She was charged with vehicular homicide. So the prosecutor's office, let me bring it up, which right here, they got this posting. This was on November 22nd, and it says Alexandra Massonet, 50 at Keensburg, is facing 5 to 10 years in prison following a guilty verdict for vehicular homicide for the 2016 collision, which took the life of 39-year-old Yuen Wang on Laurel Avenue in Hazlitt. Okay, well, that's nice. It's not nice, but yeah, we hear the story. It's a tragic story. And then here we go again on the 26th, and it says, today, Good Morning America put together a piece on a recent verdict, here in Monmouth County on the Alexander Massonet case, who was charged with vehicular manslaughter for texting while driving. It's crucial that all drivers pay attention to the road, avoid texting or being distracted by anything else while driving. Then we go up here again, and this was yesterday, and this is where they got this car up here. And it says, ICYMI Prosecutor Graham Macione was featured tonight on CBS Even News with Nora O'Donnell, with a focus on the recent prosecution case stemming from a fatal texting while driving collision in Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. And it says, woman faces up to 10 years in prison. And right past that, they have this. So they're going to have a DWI checkpoint tonight to generate some revenue. So my point here is, folks, is they are using this tragic event. This lady did not go out of the house this morning and decide she's going to text on the phone or do something like that. She wasn't driving down the road for 20 minutes thinking about that she was going to text on her phone and slam into the car. No, she made a very bad decision, and it caused her to hit a car, and that car killed somebody. It's tragic. It's a terrible situation. I don't believe that woman intended to do that. Simple as that. And what bugs me is that now the prosecutor's office, this Graham Macione guy, who has his own closet full of skeletons, which Matt Tim will be doing a story on soon, is using this tragic event, this woman's poor bad situation, to promote himself. But when it comes time to, when one of their own's involved, like Jake Pascucci, you remember that name? I've been talking about that name lately. You know, he was Officer of the Month over there, Long Branch Police Department. And let me just show you the difference, how we get treated versus how they get treated. This poor lady here is being dragged over the coals, dragged into the mud. Her name is all over the place about her texting, driving, and somebody getting killed. Now, technically speaking, she did not kill the guy. The car in front of her killed the guy. So let's get that straight. But you take a situation like Mr. Pascucci, Long Branch Police Officer of the Month, who went to a PBA function, got drunk, had plenty of time to think about what he was doing, had people around him who saw what he was doing, and they allowed him to leave. He was very drunk. He came down Ocean Avenue. This poor woman trying to cross the road got hit so hard by Mr. Pascucci that she flew out of her shoes, smashed the whole car up in front of her. And I can imagine what this poor lady must have looked like after she hit the ground. I know what accident victims look like. I've seen them at the ME office, okay? I'm not going to get into what I do or did, but I know what it looks like, and it's not pretty. Now, this Mr. Pascucci guy tried to blame her for crossing the road when she shouldn't have crossed the road. Now, whether she did or not, I don't know. I wasn't there, you weren't there, nobody was there except Pascucci. But the fact does remain that Pascucci was drunk, and he did plead guilty to being drunk, and he was charged and found guilty of vehicular homicide. And he got 364 days in the county, and my understanding, he hasn't done one day of that 364 days. His lawyer filed an appeal or a motion to reconsider that sentencing, said it was too stiff of a sentence for him. Now, I don't see the prosecutor's office taking Mr. Pascucci, Long Branch Officer of the Month, and using him as an example why you shouldn't drink and drive. See, now the prosecutor's office is so big and high and mighty on DWI checkpoints to the tune of $78,400 we're putting in officers' pockets to stand out there and play pocket pool and harass people. I don't see them using Pascucci as an example. No, of course not. He's one of theirs. He's a part of the team. He's just a different chapter of the gang. So you got like the prosecutor gang chapter, and then you got the local police chapter, you got the state police gang chapter. There's all different chapters, but they're all on the same team. No, they don't do that. They'll never do that. They'll never use any examples like somebody's another officer. We did this story back. That was right in January, I think it was. It was a cop, wasn't paying attention. He was drunk, slammed into a car, and the car got crushed between it got hit by a truck that it slammed into. And they had to airlift that poor guy out because that cop was drunk. But you know what the prosecutor's office talking about? Of course not. They'll never use Mr. Pascucci as an example why we don't drink and drive and why it's important to have DWI checkpoints so we don't have people like Mr. Pascucci on the road driving, or have that officer that had hurt that person and sent him to the Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, I believe it was. This happened over in Edison, I think it was, Route 130, one of those roads there. Look back in January, I did a story. It was right after New Year's. No, they'll never do that because you know what? They protect their own. They protect their soldiers as much as they can. And where is the equity, the fairness in this, that this lady who did not get in her car and say, I'm going to drive 10 miles from here to there and I'll text on my phone. Unlike Mr. Pascucci, who left a backyard party drunk and wanted to go to a bar to have more drinks and had plenty of time to think to himself, hey, you know what, I'm a little intoxicated, maybe I better pull the car over and have one of the gang members come pick me up. No. So, in my opinion, Mr. Pascucci is the one who should be getting the 5 to 10 years, and he should be the one the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office should be talking about and using in their DWI campaigns, but they'll never do it. They're too busy trashing us all the time. They're always trashing us, but when it comes to their own, mum is the word. This is Gunnison Undercover. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. You can't believe anything they tell you because it's all bullshit. I don't trust anything that prosecutor's office puts out. Trust but verify, as Ronald Reagan once said. Trust but verify. Don't trust anything the police tell you because it's all propaganda there to make them look like they're heroes and doing all these great things when some of us know the truth. It's an old saying. Realize, realize, realize. It's Gunnison Undercover.